then we walk away. Hello. Oh my god. So maybe use the
Do you want me to move? Oh my god.
And so I guess we'll take these off.
They're not working.
I think it's just, it's probably picked up on the camera mic as well. So it's doubled up.
God, I feel. Can you move the camera a tiny bit over? Yeah.
Sure.
I just feel a bit. Yeah, I do.
It's fine?
Yeah. A bit more? Sorry.
Do you need these sheets?
No, we've got them.
Can I have the microphone?
You can. Give me 1 second. Are we good to go? Are we good?
I think so, yeah.
Shall I text her? Good afternoon and welcome back to this, the 11th day of the European Championships. We are live from Field 2 for the first time. I'm Sophie Coons-Roberts, joined with Arne Peterson. And we are here pitchside as the Germans and the Irish are battling it out for 5th place in this European Championships. Both teams have looked fantastic and both teams booking their spots in the 2026 World Championships in Japan. They will both be invited. It's only the top 7 finishing teams at this championships who will be invited to that. So both teams safe, but playing for a higher placing this afternoon, the Germans and the Irish. And let's talk about a couple of players to watch here this afternoon from the Irish team. It is a two-headed monster of number 14, Mia Mascone, and number 7, Maggie Egan, who have both led the Irish team superbly throughout this tournament. Mascone getting it done in the Mascone getting it done in the goal scoring column, and Maggie Egan, an assist machine, her coach calls her. So look out for those two. And on the German side of things, it is another dynamic duo, twin sisters, the Jukulski sisters. Sophia leads the team in points. She is number 1, but number 9, Charlotte Jukulski, has also been getting the job done. The two of them have that great twin sister bond as we are out here for the draw, and that is kicked up.
Devin Ortman. No, I'm sorry. 34. Teresa Geisinger. Coming up with that key ground ball to start this first possession here for Germany. And I'm interested to see how these two different styles will affect play in this game. As you said, there's some key contributors here on Ireland with lots of NCAA experience. Then you have the Jukulski sisters on Team Germany, but a lot of these German players playing together week after week, year after year in Germany, so they have a great team chemistry.
And here is one of the Jukulski sisters. This is Charlotte driving in and finishing. So it's Germany who strike first. Charlotte Jukulski, a great individual effort from her to put the Germans ahead 1-0. And I think you are right, Anna. I'm really excited to see how these two different styles face off against each other. We've seen the Germans be so strong off that one-on-one drive. The Irish favouring a bit more, linking the passes together. They've got a really, really good draw and dump game, and often it is number 4, Katrina Dowd, who is on the end of those. She is so good at finishing.
And you can see Jukulski running, sprinting it off field to switch her sticks back to a draw stick, I think, here, to try and get advantage. And Katrina Dowd has just been so effective by moving up from attack to get the ground balls. We saw Ireland just absolutely dominate ground balls in their last games here. And Katrina Dowd so effective on that crease line, but kind of taken out of the game in her last appearance. Only 1 assist to her name.
So the ball is now behind with Dowd, the Northwestern graduate. Finding Kirk.
And that restraining line attacker just hungry for that ball.
And here is Kiki Tormi. She was a member of that under-20 team who played last summer in Prague at the European Championships. So Kiki Tormi with the free position here. Good defence from the Germans, but a wide open Kurt in the middle. She misses high. Backed up by Dowd. Behind now to the assist machine, Maggie Egan. As the Irish looking for this assisted game that they do so well. But that is a great first save of the game for the German goalkeeper, Luz.
Great teamwork there by Germany. Smart passes here in the midfield. Ireland letting them take that without that much pressure. I'd rather get this back on defense.
So the ball behind now with Lindberg. And nice defence there from Smith. Sorry, that is Amelia Hissler.
Yeah, cover there from Germany. Great immediate pressure there from number 3.
So Durkin brings it into the attack. The defender out of JMU. Over to Brosnan. She's had a few big games this tournament. Lethal on the drive, and this is what she is setting up for here.
Shooting space there. Too late on the shot to get that automatic goal conversion.
Yeah, I think that was the right call.
I
She
agree.
definitely shot it after the whistle there. So Brosnan with another free position opportunity for the Irish, and she makes no mistake there.
Great speed off the line there. Didn't really have any threat there from the defense crashing on her.
Ava Brosnan gets the Irish on the board as the score now 1-1 in this battle for 5th place. Also worth saying, we can see here from the sidelines that Sofia Jakolski, who has been the top point scorer for the German team, is not dressed to play this afternoon, so it will be her sister Charlotta who is in the draw circle. The Germans without now 2 key players. Tony Garbe went down early on in this competition and was the team's leader in points. Then Jakolski taking over on that job, but neither Sofia Jakolski or Garbe playing this afternoon. As we see another German player, that is number 23, Anna Penelope Penoya, who looks like she just rolled her ankle. And this doesn't look good for Penoya. As the trainer is on the field, we will take a quick break here as they tend to her. So that is Pepi Penoya who hobbles off there. We're sending her our best wishes from up here in Tom's.
And you can see the official calling for sand there while she was being taken off the field to, I think, fill a hole. You can see there's a little bit of debris there just below the circle as they press that dirt back in to level out the playing surface. and Germany will retain ball here.
So the score's currently equal, 1-1 in this, the first quarter of this 5th-6 matchup.
I think we're just still at about 10 minutes left to play here.
As you see, the Irish coaches, sorry, the German coaches are just taking this opportunity to chat to their team. Head coach Cara Sanford getting them together, and the Irish now looking to do the same. So a bit of a delay in play here.
And I think this is also in joint with the officials because the German coach is very specific about these players staying on the field, which means it is not a timeout, or else they would have free reign to leave the playing area if they wanted to.
So a bit of a delay in play here. And what has been, we've not seen much play so far.
No. But if you tuned in for our earlier game, you'll see that it is quite overcast today. We've had some rain earlier in the day, so playing surface, especially out here on the natural grass, probably a little bit slippery in addition to maybe a bit soggy.
Definitely
from the rain we've had overnight, but also means shorter breaks, none of the heat protocols we've had throughout the week, you know, that I've been the voice of the heat, the changing conditions here.
Yeah, you're completely right. These are conditions, I think, that will favour both teams, both Germany and Ireland, not known for their sunny weather. This is a bit more like home for the players. And for anyone who is just tuning in, we had an exciting matchup this morning with Scotland pipping Wales to the bronze medal. They won that matchup by 2 goals. We now have the 5th-6 playoff in a bit of a break, and later on this afternoon at 4:30 we will have the final as the reigning champions England look to take on Team Israel. Israel looking to cause an upset there. But for now we are still waiting for play to resume.
You're doing great, sweetie.
And now we get to actually have feedback from the teams as we commentate. Interesting change, not just the snark on YouTube comments.
Reporting live from field level.
As we see here, some of the tournament volunteers bringing on, I think, some sand.
Yeah,
onto
the
field.
officials asked for that to fill, I think, a little divot in the field there.
And this is the first time that we have commentated live from field 2, so just working out how this is best, and I think all the sidelines can hear everything we're saying.
Yeah. That is a bit intimidating.
Yeah. So we're saying the right thing.
Usually you're at least on the other side of the pitch from the sidelines.
Yeah, or usually we're
don't think also vocally critique maybe
Yeah.
any adjustments I need to make that may be considered coaching from the commentary box.
Yeah, usually we're protected in the kind of glass box above field 1, but very exposed here on field 2.
Or we just whisper into the camera on the sideline. I'd love to see some off-ball movement here.
Here we go. So both teams now back out on the field.
Interesting for you to note that Sofia Yukolski was not dressed for this match. I did not notice that as they were lining up for the anthems.
Yeah, you can just see her there on the side. I mean, we're really close to the sideline, so we can see her.
More to come after this break.
Okay, so ball is in the stick of the German defender Kamoro. He transitions the ball.
He's a player out of Cologne here, well represented on this team with I think up to 5 players here playing in Cologne. The majority playing in Frankfurt, Hanover, and Hamburg. Another few players from Berlin.
So ball behind with Mulhans. We've seen her be dangerous, especially around the crease area.
Beautiful feed there, but wonderful interference there by number 27 on Team Ireland.
And ball on the ground. There's a scrap for this one. the Germans. Ball back in the stick of Limbo. And we'll take her time here. Over to Yukulski. Yukulski, Durkin, this is a good matchup.
Scores number 2.
Well, that's number 9, Yukulski, with her second goal of the game. So another great individual effort there from Charlotte Yukulski. She has been so good this tournament as she runs off.
Not even taking a breath really here.
Grabs
Up and
her
down the
joystick.
field, back at it.
Yeah, grabs her joystick.
And a smart move there by Germany to have a backup ready in case she doesn't make it back to the circles. The officials have been very clear that they will call delay of game if it takes too long to set up that personnel between those restraining lines.
So that brings the score 2-1 to Germany. The Germans with the early lead here. Brosnan grabs that one herself. Finding Mascone, who has been superb this tournament. Mascone on her own. Mascone still going with it.
A little bit of high stick work there from number 3 on Germany, Sinem Unmu. She was a bit lucky there, I think, to not get an advantage call.
So, Egan with the ball behind.
And you see Katrina Dad here trying to spur this attack into movement.
Egan gets a flag, and she will have the advantage here. So it will be number 7, Maggie Egan, who goes to a nice hash mark there. Known more for her assisting. Be interested to see if she decides to pass this one off. And she does. It's over to, was intended for Mascone, but into the stick of Brosnan now. And Brosnan, the only goal scorer for the Irish today.
Beautiful feed there. And she's going to take her time here trying to get the shooting space call, but passes it off.
And it is Jill Smith, number 36, who manages to pick that one up. She'll have a free position here. Smith has also been fantastic on the draw circle.
16 there was so close to having that beautifully placed back check, just the timing was not right there.
Ball with Smith.
And that's great pressure here from Germany up top.
Smith all alone.
Teresa Geisinger being such a key player all over the field for them in this tournament. One of their top scorers, but just such an even presence up and down the field.
So ball with Dowd behind. Dowd playing a bit of cat and mouse here. Nice feed over to Mascone.
Beautiful finish there.
And Mia Mascone finishing that one as we have seen her do so many times this tournament. And it again is that coach to player connection that both Dowd and Mascone have. Dowd, the head coach at Brown, Mascone, one of her players. So Dowd with the assist, Mascone with yet another goal. And she has really burst onto the European lacrosse scene this tournament, has Mascone. I have been accused of being Mia Mascone's biggest fangirl, but she has been brilliant. So, they're all level at 2-2 here out on field 2.
Great pick up there from Ireland. Really having, it was nice to see Germany have a lot of momentum there. We've seen other teams a lot of the times move the ball or miss that ball on the pickup because they're just standing still waiting for the ball to get to them instead of using that forward momentum to sprint through the ball.
So, ball back in the stick of Yukulski. This will be the matchup I expect for most of the afternoon, the Durkin-Yukulski matchup. Back over to Orman.
You can hear the communication on this Irish defense all the way by us in commentary.
So the Germans, actually it's great here, we can hear exactly what the coaches are shouting. They're saying work in their pairs. They're looking to run a pairs offense, the Germans.
And great off-ball movement here by the Germans, making sure those defenders have to work for it. And that is
I thought
multiple checks. I think she's lucky to not get a little bit of a late card there. I think
I
number
thought that was
16.
going to be a card. We could
16
see,
or 26. I think it's 26. There was a bit late action there.
yeah, we can see the stick in the face of Yukovsky. So Yukovsky with a chance for an early first half hat trick. Oh, nice stick in
Able
the
to
lane
get a
there.
piece of that stick. Ireland doing a great job of also cutting off those easy adjacent passes there on the top of the 15.
But look at the hustle from the German team. That is number 34 guessing that. And the Germans are chanting MVP as Gessinger picks that one up. They like her work.
It's just the confidence she exudes in picking up that ball, taking back control of their pace. You know, while you do have these Yukovsky sisters often getting the ball in the back of the net, she's been such a key part of keeping the rest of this offense on track.
Here is Gessinger. Guarded by Mascone.
Not a lot of angle there. She's going to have to try again.
She's all alone here. That's a nice move from Gessinger. She has a flag.
Yeah. And Ireland's going to have to be careful about these sticks getting in the spheres. You can see that we can hear it from the sidelines.
And the officials are taking a timeout here.
About 3.5 minutes left here on the clock. It looks like I think this field is suffering a bit from the weather, trying to patch these holes.
In hindsight, I wonder if it would have been better to play this game on field 3, artificial turf.
We had the festival on field 3, that's why it's currently occupied.
And field 2 is a fun field. The teams have said how much they've enjoyed playing on this field, but hasn't handled the rain very well, as Gessinger is awarded the free position here. Gessinger passing it off to Yukovsky. She fires, but it hits the post. And that is picked up by Jill Smith.
Easy call there for the officials to grant that advantage.
Smith still going. Settles it down here. Brosnan now with the ball for the Irish. And that is a great move from Brosnan. You can see she was looking for Dowd, but it will be brought back for a shooting space call.
Still tied here, 2.5, or just over 2.5 left in this first quarter.
So Brosnan on the free position line. She already has a goal today.
You can see how far Teresa Geisinger was looking to get in that 15-meter.
Nice ball there.
Yep.
And that will be a shooting space.
Perfect angle for us to get a look on that shooting space angle.
And I expect to see Mascone run this one in. We've seen her score so many free position goals this tournament. So it is number 14, Mia Mascone, with the free position. But a nice little move that. Misses high.
And Germany will be closest to that ball on exit.
Yeah, I don't think anyone from the Irish was backing that one up. So it's loose with the ball. Ball into the stick of captain Annalie Peterson. Rounded by Dowd.
Really errant checks there. I think she's got to be careful.
And this has been an up and down first quarter. Both teams really looking evenly matched at the moment as they try and feed Ortman. But the Irish come away with it, and early it is in Amelia Heisler.
Oh my goodness!
I didn't even see it. What happened?
Beautiful behind the back. It looked like she was hesitating, waiting for that attack to refill so she would have an outlet player. She saw the defense collapsing on the right-handed angle, and she said, nope, I'll take right side of that goal, send it behind the back. Katrina Dowd.
So Katrina Dowd cracks a smile there.
And Ireland takes the lead in this game.
So 3-2, the Irish now leading.
And that is the end of the first It's perfect. Okay.
Okay, we are back with you for this, the second quarter of the 5th-6 matchup. Ireland currently leading Germany 3-2. We are live for the first time from Field 2. I'm Sophie Coombs-Roberts, joined by Anna Peterson. We're in a little tower just above Field 2, but we can hear everything from the sidelines. And we have
the sidelines can hear us.
The sidelines can hear us. I think we're going to drive them insane. We've tried to amend our sound, so hopefully this will be a little bit better for you fans at home, as Brosnan running this one across the line, finding a wide open Kiki Tormi in the middle.
This game is going to be wide open from what I've seen so far. They're making different mistakes, I think, on both sides, but lots of opportunities. They're seeing lots of quick movements on attack, strong defenses. I'm really excited what we're going to see.
So the ball behind with Egan. A great pass in there. Egan's feeding game has been so accurate this tournament. Her coaches call her an assist machine. But Maggie Egan has been very, very impressive, and she is a veteran player for this Ireland team. We've seen her at a number of tournaments at both the World and European lacrosse stage.
Katrina Dowd with the ball behind. She just had the most immaculate behind the back shot. She goes for it again.
Dowd just missing high, missing by inches. Mascone now with it. She makes a little stutter step.
A little bit of a push there from 42, Devin Ortman.
Ortman's been such a key player for the Germans this tournament, playing her lacrosse in Colorado. Really strong on the defensive end, as Maggie Egan. Not the assister this time. Oh. So it is.
You can see, I think, the captain pulling her back, making sure she's not talking to the ref unnecessarily, but it looks like that's going to be a swipe on number 15.
I'm not entirely sure who that was called on.
Number 19, sorry.
I think it
Stepan.
is. Yeah, I think it is Stepan who's been called for the foul. She's confused about it. We're a little bit confused about it as well.
Yeah, we can no longer see replays on this field or even the score, so we're going to be reliant on ourselves and point bench.
But it is Maggie Egan who had the goal there. Egan, usually the assister, has the goal today to double up the lead. Ireland leading Germany 4-2, and because of that card, Ireland will be awarded the draw from the circle, and they will now be a player up for the next 2 minutes.
36 with a wide open cut. Flirts with that goalie, makes her faint and go after that first fake, but absolutely beautiful placement there.
Yeah, and the Germans have got to do better there. I know they are a player down, but they have to have their heads on a swivel.
I'd say it's almost worth risking the 3 seconds and maintaining that great rotation of your defense, counteracting the movement of the attack.
Yeah, Smith was completely free and had time to throw about 4 fakes before she shot it. But that's a class finish from Smith. So 5 different goal scorers for the Irish. They are now leading 5-2. Both goals from the Germans coming from Yukolski.
And there was a swipe call on number 19 for Germany. Germany fighting to the end for this ground ball. Almost looks like they had a stick between their legs there. Lucky to get away with that.
And it is back into the stick of Gessinger. Tessie Gessinger, the real heartbeat of this German team. As the Germans look to run down the card, they are a player down for the next few minutes.
Not the mistake they want to make, but Seven's going to come away with a bit of a push there to take number 3 off balance. She looks at Tabby Quillets, but decides to send it to the other side of the field. Across the body check there from Ireland, but they'll get the advantage call for Germany. You know who we haven't seen in this game yet? Holly Korn.
You're right, we have not seen Holly Korn. She is on the sideline. She's been fantastic for them, standing at over 6 foot, or just about 6 foot.
You're talking about being a Mascone fangirl. I would say I always like to see what Holly Korn's going to bring in a game. I haven't seen enough balls knocked down yet in the midfield.
So Yukulski now,
Fighting through this
and
Irish
she
defense.
does draw a flag. She did a great job there of tucking her stick underneath. So it is Yukulski with a nice centre hash mark here.
That's going to be a card. No, not a card. It's hard because her stick was fully crossed in front of her face, and to get contact there means the stick's going to be sent back into your own face. Hard on the nose there. Looks like she's able to shake it off.
So another free position awarded here to Yukulski.
And you can see she struggled a bit with getting that first foot on those two defenders. Great speed there. Yeah, so she looks to pass it off.
Yeah, and that was for sure shooting space. Over to Gessinger. And she's got a nice hash mark there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of space to her left. Yeah, I'd like to see her put that in her left hand.
Oh,
And
beautiful.
Great goal there from Tessie Gessinger. She gets on the ball for the first time today. I love seeing her put that in her left hand. We've seen so many players try and cradle the ball in their right hand before passing it back, but that just made it look so easy. Gessinger with the left-handed goal there.
The fans are happy with that one. I think we have a lot of people who came over from this first game this morning. We see a lot of German fans, a lot of Belgians, Spaniards.
The Dutch.
The Dutch are here. You can see them from space with the, with the highlighter orange. No dancing orange slices today, though.
No, we've got the Swiss as well. So it's so great to see all the different players who have finished their tournament
Beautiful grab there.
coming out to support these two teams. And you do get the sense that the fans are on the side of the Germans this afternoon. But it is the Irish who lead this game in the first half, 5-3. Ball back with Brosnan. 5 different goal scorers for the Irish today, just showing how much depth they have in their attacking unit. Ball behind Tweegan.
Wonderful footwork from number 7 here on Team Germany. Is it 7 versus 7? It is. Nice little matchup. And they pressure that pass behind net and gain possession.
So the ball goes back the way of the Germans. Into the stick of Luz. Anna, I feel you've also been a Luz fangirl this
I have.
tournament.
And such a fangirl that I'll tell you it's pronounced loss.
Just as I thought my
We've
pronunciation was
come
getting
so
better.
far over the past 2 weeks.
And the ball now into the stick of John. Cena John, the young player, has a quick 1-2 move there.
Yeah, we have the flag there for the push.
And that is the captain, Neubauer.
That's energizing this German sideline. I'm sure you can hear it on the mics for the cameras as well.
So Yul Neubauer, the German captain,
Just
right
about
back
halfway through the second half here. Or sorry, second quarter.
right back to the hash mark that we just saw guessing a score from.
Oh, what a great opportunity there. Lucky to have the backup with 2 missed connections there.
You can hear the fans did not like that.
We have
So the ball in the sticks of the Germans once again. Behind to Steyer. Still in the stick of Steyer. Finding a cutting Ortman.
beautiful. You can see April Brosnan got a piece of that stick at the very end, but the speed and the velocity she had coming out of the stick on that just strong top hand shot there.
Devon Ortman cuts the Irish lead to 1 on that nice left-handed finish. Give the assist to Steyer. That was a lovely little link-up play from those two. And we're back to the matchup that we have seen every draw so far. It is Yakulski against Brosnan at the draw circle. Score currently 5-4, the Irish leading this 5th place matchup. And it is
Wonderful
Yakulski.
opportunity here by Yakulski.
She grabs her own draw and she is off to the races here. Yakulski doing it herself, but a great back check there from Mascone.
Perfectly timed, perfectly controlled.
Yeah, really well controlled.
You can see they're trying to run some substitutions, but she will have to have that advantage position and go behind Mascone.
So ball in the middle now with Durkin. She is the All-American out of JMU. Over to Kurt and a great save there.
And I mean, key moment for them. The defense was just not there to collapse on that drive.
Yeah, great save there from Loss. You can see a wide open Cena John. But she's not able to grab that one.
Might make it just before. No, not going to happen. She's been a key player in their midfield as well on the draw when Yakulski has not been going for that whistle.
So the ball now on the sideline with Mascone. She moves it back to another Peterson. 2 Peterson defenders out on the field today. And into the stick of Kiki Tormey with a fake flip there. So Tormey still with the ball. Irish leading by 1. They've had a few really close games, narrowly losing to Wales a few games ago by 2 goals, but then just beating the Italians in their previous game. As Dowd there with some fancy stick work.
Oh my goodness, what a goal that would have been, but it looks like a crease violation.
And Dowd can't believe that. She hadn't finished the ball anyway, but Dowd is surprised by that call. She thought she was outside of the crease. As Germany again throwing it off the sideline.
Unfortunate for them.
And the Germans have just got to take better care of this ball. Giving Ireland a few too many second chance opportunities.
And I'm going to be interested if you know off the top of your head if Dowd is a captain. Because
yeah, she is. She is. Dowd is one of the Irish captains.
I'm only asking because that's the second time I've seen her question both the call of the official and the knowledge of the rules by the official, which they are not going to have a great affection for. I'll say that on the sidelines. You can see her asking the table ref if they have knowledge of the rules, and that's a bit dangerous for her.
But another great save there by Loss. That was a nice passage of movement. You saw a no-look pass from Dowd. But then Loss coming up big again
I
against
think they
Dowd.
need to run this ball up.
And the Germans have got to take better care of this. This is a 3rd chance attempt for them to clear the ball. And what a surprise. Sorry, that was sarcastic. I'm not surprised to see them put it in the stick of Gessinger. She's been fantastic in the transition. Very safe with the ball. Oh, but throws it straight away.
Bit too easy, and
you can see head coach Cara Sanford with her hands on her head. Her team has got to take better care of this ball if they want to get back into this.
I think both teams here are just getting a little bit too risky on the stick work here in the transition.
I think they just need to take a breath.
Everyone needs to take a breath. And they'll get one in less than a minute, according to our clocks here.
But yeah, I'd love to see them just taking a second. As it is the natural defender, Riley Peterson, who has this free position opportunity. And she takes it in. Peterson.
Wonderful save there. And you can see multiple defenders there ready to protect that rollout.
And Audelie Loss is coming up big this afternoon for the German. She's keeping her team in it. And so is this young lady, Amelie Peterson.
Oh, unfortunate there. Lost it on her own volition.
but the Germans just not able to have an attacking possession. We've seen them try, and Smith all alone here. She already has a goal today. As Nadine Fidel corrals that one. That's number 33. Over to Egan. So Egan with the ball behind. Over to Fidel. Up to Smith.
And I think they're trying to maybe get one last shot off here as the clock is ticking down.
And just some nice takes in the lane there. You see Smith trying to make that connection with Egan, cutting from behind. And let's see if the Germans have time for another possession. Not long left in this first half. Irish leading the Germans by 1, a score 4-5.
And not letting any, as I say that, open passes here. And that's going to be, unlucky for Germany.
And that is another unforced error from the Germans. Unforced errors have plagued them in this second quarter. They've hardly had a possession.
No, and Germany's had a lot of very close, very tough games over the past few days. So we may be seeing a little bit of tiredness there. And then we have a crease violation.
No, I think they're about to call a dangerous shot.
Calling off the goal. And that's going to be a...
So the goal does not count, and number 10, Kiki
dangerous
Toomey.
repelling here on number 10 for Ireland.
I think that's unlucky. I think she took a step back. I didn't see any contact being made there. She's frustrated by that one, but the officials were, of course, much closer than we were to that. So, Ireland not happy with these calls. The Germans will now be a player up for the next 2 minutes. Has a wild
risky
pass there.
Pass to make there, but I think they could
There was
hear
no
the time
time.
was expiring. Yep.
So, as we come back out for the second half, the Germans will be a player up for the next 2 minutes. The score currently Ireland leading Germany 5-4. We'll be back with you for the second half, live here from Field 2 in this, the 5th-6th matchup of the 2024 European Lacrosse Championships.
Y con una H entre la T y la O. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So happy 5. Yeah, I think have a look around at the 15. I'll come with you.
Thank God I got it. Follow. H-R-O-U.
How much time is on the clock?
8 seconds left. So minute
152. Is that your book?
This is the same. Que golpearon a una chica con el palo. So instead of doing this, yeah, but that was after the shot. When you shoot, you should stop. If you follow through, that's the point.
That only for like things.
Exacto.
If it's not dangerous.
Yeah, but
you. Surfing?
Yeah.
You got? You want? I have. See it? Say it. So Pardon? And then I got cold water and the yellow one. So when you finish that, I'll have the yellow one. No worries.
I was like, touching it.
I just said we've never been out this early.
Because I was holding it like this, and you did. And then the next thing he did was like, reset. But I got it on the second place.
Okay, so we got the card.
And the players are coming back out for this sixth matchup here at the European Lacrosse Championships. Ireland currently leading Germany 5-4. A couple of points on the day for Dowd, Mascone and Brosnan. Egan as well. Whereas the Germans, we have seen Charlotte Jakulski with a couple of goals, as well as some nice balanced attack all around. Anna, what have you made of this one so far?
Teresa Geisinger or Gessinger, I'm not sure which one's correct there, but just absolutely keeping Germany in this game, I would say. She's been all over the field, controlling the pace of the attack. And I think we saw both teams getting a little bit frustrated with each other. Uncontrolled stick movement in that transition, trying to get the ball back. So I think hopefully they use that halftime break to sink their shoulders a bit, take a breath, come back regrouped, because both have the skills to come out on top here easily. I don't know how this game is going to end.
And here is Gessinger.
Beautiful there by 29 Lina Mullians. She's been one of their top scorers throughout this tournament, and that's exactly how Germany wants to start the second half.
Yeah, Mullihans with the goal there.
And that's going to be an immediate timeout here for Germany.
So the Germans managing to draw even just a couple of seconds into this second half. So a quick timeout. Score now level at 5-5. And just a reminder, the Germans are playing with a player up advantage, which is one of the reasons why Mullihans was so free there. I think they will still have a minute and a half left of this player up advantage.
Yes, I just saw the coach ask how much time. I didn't catch the answer, but it was right before that call for halftime.
Yeah, exactly, as the Irish were sent off with a yellow card due to a dangerous shot just before the half. So we are at 5-5 now over here on field 2. The first time that we are live from field 2, and if anyone follows me on Instagram, you'll see that we're in this kind of little tower above field 2, very close to the sideline, so we can hear pretty much everything that is being said
And
on the field.
It's been a bit of a treat so far. I really do like it. I wish they couldn't hear us as clearly.
Yes, completely agree. And give the assist there to Neubauer, the captain. As we go back to the draw circle.
And Katrina will get to that ground ball first. It's been a key move for her throughout the tournament. She's going to send it all the way back to the goalie.
Yeah, Dowd's been really good on the draw circle.
And you can see them moving her up from that attack position so that she can make that make that difference there on the circle. And they're going to try and burn time on this card as you see them not go as quickly into their attack systems.
Yeah, and you actually see the German defender number 11, Kommerel, she runs on. She's going to play a bit of a backer defender here. As we do see Holly Korn into the game for the first time now with the ball.
And they'll use this backer so that number 7 can press as hard as she can to retain, to get that ball back. And in case she isn't successful, they have it back up there immediately.
Yeah, as we see Dowd now holding the ball. So the ball still in the stick of Dowd.
Yeah. And I think, with the incredible stick skills that someone like Katrina Dowd has, I can understand them not going for this double, not burning the legs too early in this game. There's still 30 minutes to go.
And now there is a wide open Kiki Tormi streaming in. The card is released, but the Germans do well to recover that. So ball behind with Maggie Egan. She's got a couple of points on the afternoon, a goal and an assist. So Maggie Egan with the ball behind. She's got a step on her defender. A nice cut in there from Holly Korn.
And a beautiful finish there.
That's another assist for Maggie Egan. And the goal from Holly Korn, a 6-foot-tall attacker, a Northwestern University graduate, another Northwestern University graduate on this Irish team. And she's just such a great target to feed. So imposing. And a nice left-handed cut and finish there from number 77, Holly Korn. So the Irish back with the lead. The score is 6-5. Both teams now even as it is. Smith and Yakulski back at the draw circle. And that is picked up straight away by Mulhans.
Yep. And that's going to be a swipe call on Katrina Dowd.
So Ireland only just having held out for that yellow card. They get another one. So the Germans will now be a player up for the next 2 minutes. Ball is here with Tessie Gessinger. And the Germans will take their time.
Oh, but yep, that's going to be using the body too much to their own advantage there for number 42.
I didn't actually know that was a call.
I think because she stopped the ball and it possibly prevented the ball from going beyond the boundary lines and changing possession and giving the ball back to Ireland, it's going to be called as using the body to help interference.
I actually had no idea, and I've been playing lacrosse for such a long time.
Well, we talk about not using a kick to your advantage.
Yeah, I know you can't kick it.
Same concept, I would say. There's a lot of leeway within that rule, I think.
So this is exactly what the Irish bench will want to see.
Strong triple team defense there by Team Germany. And then there is a flag for a push.
So Team Ireland still a player down, but with the advantage here. The lead by a goal, and it is Jill Smith, number 36, with the ball here. Smith decides not to take that one. I think they will opt to hold the ball until they are even. Some nice defence there from Seban. As Egan evades 2 defenders. But Brosnan not able to corral that one, and it is the German captain, Amelie Peterson, who picks the ball up.
Yep, a little bit of a push there, stopping her momentum. And they will use that self-start to try to take advantage of the remaining time left on this card. And you can see Katrina Dowd readying herself to come back on this field and bring it even.
So we are back even.
And that's going to be an offside call for Ireland, but maybe rescinded because they did not see Katrina Dowd releasing that player across the restraining line.
Yeah, you can just see the official tapping her shoulders saying, no, that one was on me. So back with Gessinger. The score 6-5 to Ireland. Gessinger, and a nice save there.
Off stick by number 1, Emily Gavin.
And as we have seen all tournament, Ireland have been splitting their goalkeepers. Tobin was in the first half and Gavin now in for the second. That's a good save from her as Egan has space.
Great defense there, pushing her offline, sending her behind cage. She's trying to get that one-step advantage on that defender, but not enough to make that decisive
what a
roll
cut
around
there
cage.
from Dowd. Not
Beautiful
able to
body
corral
positioning
it.
there too by number 14.
And just so much height on Korn. She wasn't able to grab that one, but it was a nice idea as she gets it back. A bit of a miscommunication there.
Some reactive stick use there, I would say. You can see the emotions getting to one of the teams, not sure who it was.
And Holly Korn puts away her second goal of the game, the only Irish player with multiple goals this afternoon. And we're also seeing a goalkeeper change for the Germans. It is Selina Anilowic who is in the cage now as Ireland extend their lead to 2. 7 to Ireland, 5 to Germany.
Just over 7.5 minutes left in this third quarter.
But it's Ortman that comes away with that one.
And I'm surprised to not see a bit of a call there for a check towards. You can hear the sticks clacking from here.
The Irish playing really physical lacrosse this afternoon. They're hounding every ball. They're fighting back for everything. I think this might have been the most physical team that the Germans will have played. As Tormi grabs that.
Oh, and a behind the back attempt, but Germany is clutching ahead, claiming they had contact, but the officials not making any further calls there.
So behind with Egan. Dowd with the screen. And I just love the way that the Irish play their attack. It's a lot of nice cuts. They're strong off the drive too. Players like Brosnan and Mascone. We haven't seen Mascone in this second half yet, I don't think. But it's Dowd weaving her way around.
Oh, and that will not be a goal, but she will get the call and get to try from the free position. 15.
So Katrina Dowd draws the foul.
Two-goal game here. 7-5 to Ireland.
Nice feed in there to Tormi. A quick 1-2. Katrina Dowd with another assist. And Kiki Tormi finishing that one to extend the Irish lead to 3. And you just get the sense that the Irish have got some momentum here now. And a change up in the draw circle for the Irish. We see Jill Smith, who has taken about half of the draws. It's been a mix-up between Brosnan and Smith throughout this tournament, but Charlotte Jokulski being given the task of the draw for the Germans, as her sister Sophia not playing.
Oh, 31 just not being able to get her stick on that ball, allowing it roll back to Ireland, who are hungry for that ground ball.
Yeah, and it has been all the way of the Irish. The luck of the Irish is on their side at the moment.
I think that's going to be Irish ball.
This is Amber Newell.
You can hear the sidelines heating up now.
So Kiki Tormi, she just scored the last goal. She will have a free position opportunity again. So Tormi with the ball at the free position mark. She dodges over the top and rips it past the goalkeeper. 2 goals for Kiki Tormi in the last 2 minutes. And Ireland are starting to run away with this one. The score now 9-5. The Irish leading. As you can hear the German coaches shouting up to their captains, come on, let's have a possession now. And that is where the Germans need the ball. I think they might give the ball straight to the Germans because no Irish player went into the draw. Bit of miscommunication there. You see neither Brosnan nor Smith on the field for the Irish. They have been their 2 draw takers, so the ball straight back to the Germans. That an easy draw control for them. Gessinger. Back to John. Behind to Neubauer, the captain.
It's going to be check across the body. And official time. Just under 3 minutes left here.
I think there were a few things that you could have seen there. A push.
Yeah.
You can hear some of them are exclaiming for a check to the head.
Offsetting fouls.
But yes, I was
Charge
not
and
surprised
cross the
to
body.
also see a charge called. So it will be a throw. I've seen a fair few offsetting fouls in the last few days of this tournament.
Nothing and then 5 in a day.
Yeah. So it'll be Durkin and Yukolski who will contest this throw.
Here we go, boy, here we go!
The Irish currently leading the Germans in this battle for 5th place, but just a reminder that both teams have booked their invitation to the 2026 World Championship.
Switching the players involved in this throw.
I think what the officials are trying to say is that you can't choose who you put out for this throw. It has to be the 2 who were involved in the foul. That being said, it was Neubauer who was the driver, so it should really be Neubauer contesting this throw, but the officials I don't think have spotted that one. So it will be Yukolski and Durkin. Okay, no, they're happy with this. So Durkin
Now
grabs that one.
Check.
Yeah,
They are a little bit close to the body there by Germany.
so Durkin with the ball. Just a couple of minutes left in this, the 3rd quarter. It was, the Irish were just leading by 1 as we broke for half time, but they've extended their lead to 4 as Durkin going all the way herself. The natural defender passes it off to Korn. Behind to Egan, and there is a completely free Kiki Tormi in the middle. It's a bit too late. Ball now with Dowd. And it almost looked like the Germans are playing a person down there, but just perhaps pressuring the ball a little much. So, ball with Dowd. She has 2 on her.
Push there from behind. Number 3 not able to chop her steps as she finished that approach.
So Dowd with it here. Across to Egan. Those 2 have been a force to be reckoned with behind. Egan, as Tormi tries another behind the back.
There.
And you can see there that the Germans have put Odalie Loss back in the cage. She was so strong in the first half. They made a substitution at half time, but she's back in goal as Ortman grabbing that one. So Loss with the save. Little bounce pass there. Not sure if it was intentional.
Oh.
But another save straight back on the other end. It is given to a wide open Holly Korn. Back into the stick of
They'll be
Egan.
disappointed not being able to make the most out of that opportunity.
And she had a flag on the play as well.
Exactly.
Peterson going into it herself. She rips
And
one.
a save.
The defender, Riley Peterson.
left in this quarter.
Yeah, the defender, Riley Peterson, looking for a goal there. Irish just with so much confidence with this 4-goal lead. Now, Amelie
They need
Peterson.
to have these second and third transition passes ready to go on Team Germany. Being covered quite tightly here by Ireland.
So you can hear Erica Erb, the assistant coach from the German team, shouting, "We've got to go." They don't have long left. And that was a nice opportunity, but Gavin has stood strong in cage. As we will take a quick break before the fourth and final quarter of this one. It is the Irish leading the Germans 9-5 in this, a battle for 5th place. We are back for the fourth and final quarter of this 5th-6th matchup here on Field 2 on day 11 of the European Lacrosse Championships. It is Ireland currently leading Germany after a third quarter surge. The Irish extended their lead to 4 goals. They are ahead in this one 9-5. However, the Germans will have in the back of their minds that amazing comeback from the Czechs that they staged last night. The Czechs coming back from a 5-goal deficit to tie the game and then win it in overtime. So anything is possible, not just in lacrosse, but at this championships.
Absolutely.
Anna, I was just going to say, what are you expecting from this quarter?
I think we're going to see a little bit of uncontrolled stick movement. We haven't really been able to see either team tamp it down. A little bit worried about that. I think we're going to see a couple more cards, if I'm honest. We don't want to, but I think
you think we will?
So
and that was very almost a card there.
Calms it down, plays strong lacrosse, focuses on that body positioning, and plays a good game. Everyone wants to leave this tournament on a high note, and not because going out of, too many cards, too many fouls, things like that.
We see the Irish attacker Nicola Keeley into the game for the first time. But the Germans managing to bring that away. And we are going to see a card. And that is a card on number 16, Ava Brosnan. Anna, do you have a crystal ball or something like that?
I was starting my timer a bit late there. I didn't see what the call was. Was it a swipe?
I
check on our
also didn't see. I think it was a swipe. They've been really strict on the swipes, the officials, and rightly so. So the Germans now with a player-up opportunity. Anna, can you confirm is that Brosnan's first card of the game?
It is.
Okay, so
we have on Ireland, Tormey, Dowd, and Brosnan now with cards, and on Germany, number 19, Anna Stepan.
So Ireland in a bit of card trouble here.
I mean, these are 3 key players. If we see Katrina Dowd, or if we see Tormey, who's been really come alive in this game, out with a second, that's a
5-minute penalty.
That's a 5-minute penalty.
But for now, it is the 2-minute penalty which the Germans have. So there will be a player up for the next 2 minutes. Let's see if they can convert here. And it is Yokolski. She was pumping for shooting space, didn't get it.
No, I think that Irish player was a little bit out of that zone. She was all right.
Guessing up. Long ball there to the captain Neubauer.
And I think Germany's standing a little bit there. They need to rotate those players in and out of that cherry position to create a little bit more separation from that defense.
Yeah, either they need to move as players or they need to move the ball a bit quicker.
Yeah.
Just slightly slow ball movement.
They don't want to lose it. She'll get the shooting space there.
So it is the midfielder, Devon Altman, who will have this free position opportunity. Altman charging in, chaining to her left hand, but another great save.
There.
And look at the speed from Durkin here.
Whoop. Ooh! Surprised to not see a good whistle with the trip there, but we play on.
And how good has Emily Gavin been in cage this afternoon? I'm not actually sure she's allowed a single goal since coming in the second half.
And they're going to try and burn this card, telling each other to hold here on attack.
And the Germans will be disappointed. Another player up advantage goes by without them able to take advantage. And it is with Mascone. And what a move that was. She is looking,
yep,
yeah, wide open, Holly
far
Corn.
too away there for number 3.
So it is Corn here with the free position opportunity. The Irish leading by 4. Corn passes it off. Over to Dowd, a free Keeley.
Oh, and a great stop there. Great reaction by number 33. So hard to rotate your body the 180 degrees to get that feed from behind and then to that shooter out in front. And that's going to be...
I'm not quite sure what was called there. Did you hear that?
I heard something 1 on Ireland, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was called. Another great save from Gavin.
I think Ireland or Germany's going to have to add some extra fakes here if they're going to shoot low. That's 2 in a row there that she's been locked in.
How good has Gavin been this quarter? Sorry, this half. She's been a difference maker for the Irish since coming into cage. And here is Brosnan. Behind to Keeley.
I think it will be a push. Defense was moving with her, so not really able to get the charge call there.
So Keeley with the ball here. Now with Brosnan. Across to cut.
Nice
hits the
there,
post.
and Germany picking up that ball. Not safe enough to send it back to the goalie. They're going to have to run this up.
Oh, but a nice back check there from Mascone.
Wonderful job there to send that to safe harbor, whether in front of her or to a teammate.
I like that little move. The Germans, little flip between the legs. But the ball straight back the way of the Irish. Into the stick of Heisler. And the Germans applying some high pressure. And she is all alone here.
Nice defensive collapse there.
Really back and forth stuff here. Back to Brosnan.
Quite a hectic energy, I'd say, from both teams. Even though Ireland does have the lead, you can see that they are making some small mistakes here.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes actually up and down.
Still curious curious to what that officiating call was. We don't have any register of it because it was not a major foul.
So the ball now in the stick of Los. Straight out to Nuba. As the Germans just about managing to save it.
And that will be off on the German stick, I believe. Nope, they'll call it in.
Wow, they're calling that the Irish way. From where we were stood, it looked like it was off the stick of the Irish. But it will be Amelia Hessler into the stick of Sonia Egan.
Clear across the body there. You can see Germany's just trying everything they can to get this ball back, but not enough finesse there. They've got to get in front of that ball.
Back to Brosnan. So stick with into the stick of Emily Peterson, who is fouled.
Because that whistle went off. In the 15, they'll set up at the top.
So just a reminder, both teams have booked their ticket to Japan. They will be invited by World Lacrosse to participate in the World Championships in 2026. Only 7 teams in this tournament will be, and it is the top 7. The Czechs clinching that 7th spot last night in golden goal overtime.
Still not over that game.
Still definitely not over that game. So both teams really will be breathing a sigh of relief. You know, they've booked that invitation, that qualification.
Oh, and right off the goalie stick there. She worked hard for that one.
But you can still see the celebrations, what this means to them.
Charlotte Yokolski. Excuse me.
So a hat trick for Yokolski. And she is really pumped up about that. And despite them both teams having received that qualification invitation, you can see that they both still really want this higher place finish in this 5th, 6th game.
Just under 10 minutes to go here. And
just a bit of miscommunication here
on the draw. And that's going to be a delay of game on Team Ireland. Once that center official calls ready, there can be no more substitutions in crossing of this restraining line. They were very clear about that, and Ireland just clearly unorganized there on that personnel change.
So Ireland with some scrappy errors. The deficit, 3 goals now. The German team trailing 6-9. Anna, do you know how long is left about in this one?
Just about 9 minutes to go here in this final quarter.
Ages! They've got ages left to go. As it is Mulhans.
Beautiful! Bottom right-hand corner.
Lena Mulhans with her 2nd of the game. Cuts the deficit to 2. And the Germans are rolling. So Jill Smith back to the draw. We've seen Yokolski contest every draw so far this afternoon for Germany. Just 2 goals in this one now.
A little bit of almost early entry there by Ireland off ball, but they're going to get away with it.
And John grabs that one as Ireland are hounding her.
Great use of forward motion there by number 16. She fought for every centimeter she could there.
So the Germans taking their time.
Smart hesitation there by Germany. They
Yeah.
don't need to rush things.
I agree. They've got plenty of time left. And they have the momentum here, so take a bit of time. It is Yokolski.
We need some up ball movement here. Everyone's standing a little bit
Yeah,
off
Yokolski
ball.
wants to go herself. No space for her. Ortman on the pass.
Oh,
And that was unlucky.
great little flip there, but the goalkeeper's going to come up with that ball.
That was a really good look from Devon Ortman. Her teammates just not able to keep the ball in their sticks.
Yeah, and I
it's-
think even with Yokolski trying to go in for that drive, it's not necessarily off ball sending those cuts in, it's just turning the defender's head so she has less opportunity to get those second and third slides coming at her on those drives.
So the ball in the stick of Emily Gavin. How good has she been this afternoon in goal for Team Ireland? Ball still in the stick of Gavin. Over to Peterson. Nice pass.
Oh, that's definitely going to be an advantage call. Going over the head to catch her on the backside.
But they play on. It is with Keeley behind. Over to Egan.
Nice little pick up there. Let's see if they, I think that's going to be empty on Germany because the ball was not in the stick of number 7.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That was a good call from the official. So Maggie Egan with the ball. Egan with a couple of assists and a goal on the afternoon. Back into the stick of Mascone, who's been relatively quiet today by her standards, but still with a goal and an assist. Back to Egan. Across to Dowd.
Nice little flick there.
And that is going to be a card, as you can hear. Sina John going down with a bit of a scream. I think that the stick of Mascone hit her in the face as she shot. Mascone not happy with that one.
Just under 6 minutes here.
So Germany with another player up advantage for the next 2 minutes. They haven't managed to convert on very many of them.
No.
This will be the Irish's 3rd or 4th card, I think. But I'm pretty sure the Germans have only managed to convert 1 player up opportunity.
And I don't think they should overly rely on Charlotte Jokolski here. They
Free.
Unlucky there. So hard to get that ball in your stick at that angle. And I think it's going to be a turnover. I think maybe there was a crease violation, maybe.
So the officials will stop the clock as the ball is given back to Gavin. The Germans just rushing that player up attack. And they've struggled with their man up offense today.
I don't know if I'd call a rush on that one. I think it's just a pass gone wrong, so they couldn't maintain that possession. It was a really good look.
What I would have loved to have seen is them pass it from a different area. That cross-crease pass is a really hard one to
really
feed.
hard.
I would have liked to have seen the same side pass.
You can see Germany getting a little messy with these lower checks here.
So the Irish will look to run this card down. They have the lead by 2 goals. They're leading 9-7, as it is number 7, Egan with the ball now. The Germans will try and double this. In the stick of Peterson.
They're going to try and burn this card yet again.
So there are just 2 minutes remaining, I believe, in this one.
No, I think I have 4 on my clock. I think they're talking about how much, counting on the seconds here.
Fine. Another great save from Loss here. As it is starting to get a bit scrappy out here.
Devin Ortman with the ball sends a feed in, and they have
a wide open
coming in
cutter.
here, and Ireland is able to come up with that ball.
So Brosnan with the ball over to Dowd. A long loopy pass over to Egan. And she makes no mistake there.
Her
Egan.
second of the day.
4 points on the afternoon for Maggie Egan. Give the assist to Katrina Dowd, her 3rd assist of the game. And the Irish pulling ahead by 3 goals now, 10-7 the score. And that was a nice confidence booster for the Irish.
Just about 3 minutes left here.
you could see the German players again exclaiming for a dangerous shot, but
Yeah, they've got body contact here, getting iced on the sidelines.
they don't call that one. And it is John against Smith. The official just taking a bit of time to set this one up.
Just under 20 seconds left on the card here. And here from the sidelines. Great pickup there by Germany. Nice scrappy ground ball. They'll be happy with that. Push on Ireland.
And this just feels like one of the more aggressive games that we've commentated on. Maybe it's because we are
Oh no, that's the
on
game.
the side of the field.
So my clock was off.
But yeah, that is the game. So Team Ireland will finish in 5th place, whilst Germany will have to settle for 6th. Ireland coming on top of that one, 10-7, in what was a scrappy and aggressive game. 3 assists and a goal for Katrina Dowd, 2 assists and 2 goals for Maggie Egan, and on the other side, a hat-trick for Jokolski was not enough for them to win this game. So congratulations to Team Ireland. They managed to finish a spot above the Germans, taking that 5th place finish. But we will see both teams at the World Championships in 2026 in Japan. Both the 5th and the 6th, and of course the 7th, the Czechs yesterday, will be invited to participate in that World Championships. So we will leave you here as we start to get ready for the final, which will take place in just about an hour. That will be Team England, the reigning champions, playing the only other undefeated team in the competition, Israel. We can see Israel warming up just underneath us here as Israel looking to cause the upset this afternoon for the gold medal match. We will leave you here. Congratulations to Team Ireland as they finish this one 10-7.